These characters in Dokkan Battle cannot die the way their kit is set up. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another smooth YouTube video. Today, we're going to be talking about units in Dokkan that simply virtually cannot die according to their kits. So in virtually any event in the game, these characters literally cannot die. This is not counting if they can take big damage or not, but their kits simply allow them not to die. So if you like this type of content, do not forget to smash the like button. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. A whopping 92.6 people are not subscribed to the channel. Hey, make sure we go ahead and rectify that right now today, guys. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Without further ado, let's get into the content. Our first unit on the list, which happens to be one of my favorite characters in the game right now. I am basically like, I am a huge Tech Ultimate Gohan fan. I have been since he's released. I have been for many years. All I can tell you guys is that this Broly is replacing his slot for me. Like, Gohan is the super version of what I want, and Broly is the extreme version. Like, he's literally like dog. Like, I don't know if y'all understand this, but this guy can't die. He does not die, and I don't believe that he can die. He is on about 11 teams in Dokkan right now, and I'm pretty confident that they will probably add more categories in the 10th year anniversary, and that wouldn't surprise me if Broly hits one of them. I don't think there's any I mean, there's some categories obviously because they did Uncontrollable Power, so they can whip another category out of the butthole, but I don't know. Like, this guy, like, really and truthfully, he guards all attacks, defense plus 200%. If you keep him in slot 2 and 3, he does support and give the rotation key attack and defense plus 60%. But I found that this, like, if you don't use him in slot 1, you can get away with this if the boss does not super, but you pretty much just want to run him. All right, the way you want to run Broly is that you want to do his 90% damage reduction with 200% defense and guards all attacks, slot 1. Janemba can only hit him for 30k, which we all know how hard Janemba hits. He only hits him for I think it's 33, with my tech Broly is 33k, and that's not with like raw defense equips, which I hope I get in future to add on him. But this guy, slot 1, 90% damage reduction, and then boom, after you do that, he comes back, then you transform to legendary Super Saiyan Broly, which, by the way, I want to take this opportunity just to say, in his base form, in his intro, he does turn Super Saiyan, and he's not on the Super Saiyan category. So I hope Dokkan does fix that, because if he did that crap for the tech gods in the 7th year anniversary, you can do the same thing for Broly. I'm just saying. He has, raised attack and defense for 1 turn, and he's gonna super like 2 or 3 times if you have him in the 2nd slot. He's also a 1st slot defensive juggernaut as well. Then he obviously greatly raises attack right there, and he hits all enemies, which we are getting some difficult content that does have multiple enemies on the rotation. But look at this. He has 50% damage reduction for 3 turns, chat. And then he gets an additional damage reduction of 26%. So in theory, he can have 76% damage reduction for 3 turns. You're not killing him. Then you get an extra 200% defense before attacking, and he guards all attacks as the 1st attacker. The game, like the entire stage of the fight, whatever you're in, you're not gonna have this. But this is all like his 2nd phase. His 3rd phase, he gets his can't get it out. He has his active skill, Q plus 3, attack and defense plus 26% permanent buff for the rest of the battle, chat. You're not killing Broly. So that's Broly. Let's get on to the next character we have right here. And it is, of course, his running mate, legendary Int Super Saiyan Broly. Now, I have never died with this character. Broly just does not die. Both Brolys, they don't die. But I'm just gonna go over his kit real quick. As long as he has his damage, not his damage, as long as he has his domain expansion up, which is funny because Dokkan explains domain expansion is better than Jujutsu Kaisen. But Broly, if you have additionals on him and he does like one of these, mainly just one of these. Really, if he does one of these, you're good. Like you're not killing this Broly. But of course, this is all with his domain up, so you always have to run uncontrollable power. But this Broly just simply does not die, especially with the characters that Dokkan gave around him. He's not dying. I believe he's also unkillable, which that would be a very, very fire category, unkillable category. That would be very cool. Next character. One of my favorite units in the game is, you know what? All of my units in the game that I do love are all tech, surprisingly. By the way, if you made this far into the video, that is Topo's OST playing in the background. Just in case you guys didn't know, that is Topo. The things that make this character unkillable, right here. He survives KO attacks once within a turn. So when HP is 40% or more. So in theory, every turn he can survive a KO attack. You can't kill him. Now, if the boss supers twice, then you better hope he dodges, which he probably will, because if you run him, they gave him all of this. If you run him on Majin power, which you should, because he literally is he's a nothing burger if you do not run him on Majin power. If you do, he's unkillable. Like, he's literally unkillable. He's super clutch. He cannot die, chat. It can't happen. It cannot happen. It does not happen. It's virtually impossible to kill him. He survives KO attacks. He has a 50% chance to nullify Ki Blast supers directed at him, and he counters. And he recovers HP at the start of turn. Recovers an additional 5% HP when HP is 80% or less at the start of turn. And then he recovers an additional 10% HP when HP is 40% or less at the start of turn. And now if you combine all of that HP with infinite regeneration, which is 3% HP, there is like one more. It might just be that one. Yeah, it's just that one. Yeah, infinite regeneration just gives you 3% HP. If you have 3 characters, that gives you 9%. Now, I don't know if it stacks with everybody having that, but 3% HP, 10, you get the idea. Like, he's unkillable, bro. You're not doing it. Then he's massively raising attack for 4 turns. Come on, dog. Like, he was nutty during Golden Week. I'm pretty sure he's still as crazy as he is. If I had him on my global account, I would definitely run him against Janemba and Gogeta. That would be very fun, but I don't have him yet on global. I think I do have him on JP, but not on global. So let's get into the next character. This next character, out of all the characters on this list, I'm slightly biased with this guy. Boy, did Dokkan cook when they made him. They left this boy in the air fryer just right at the peak time of 15 minutes. And he came out ready to cook any boss ever. He literally, you see this face? Do you see this, chat? He's laughing at the boss. He's laughing. They gave this boy greatly raised defense for 1 turn, and he lowers attack. Now, I'm so thankful that Dokkan is allowing us to debuff some of these hard difficulty bosses. So glad they are. At some point, I will entertain Boma. Not gonna happen anytime soon, but I'm pretty sure, like, across the entire board, most of the bosses can be debuffed. Think about it. He gets 50% defense, and he lowers the attack. Super battle roll. Most of the battlefield, if you switch out extreme tech, and super tech in different phases, and you let him do like the last final 3-phase stage against whoever the AGL boss is at this point. Defense, attack debuff. You're not killing him. And look. This is what makes it even stupider, right, chat? Let me explain to you. Like, let's actually take our time and understand how broken this little chubby boy is. He gets attack and defense plus 120. That's not what we care about. He gets more attack. Don't care about that. He changes in key spheres and key spheres of another type to rainbow key spheres. I want you to understand how crazy this rainbow changing mechanic is, bro. Anytime you see int orbs on the field, they're rainbow. And then he just randomly selects another key sphere type to turn rainbow key spheres. Why is this important, Smooth? Because he gets attack and defense plus 50% and he recovers 30,000 HP per rainbow key sphere obtained. Attack and defense. We're only worried about defense right now. Defense plus 50% and recovers 30k HP. And then to make matters even worse for the boss, reduces damage received by 50% with 2 or more rainbow key spheres attained. You're always going, what I just highlighted, chat, please read it. I know Dragon Ball fans have a hard time reading. Read it. You're going to guaranteed always get this, chat. This is a guarantee. He creates rainbow key spheres. There's always at least 1 or 2 on the field. You're gonna have rainbow key spheres at all times, bro. Then he takes it up a notch and he reduces damage received by an additional 10% for each rainbow key sphere obtained. Count starts from the 3rd key sphere. We're just gonna move on to the next character. We're just gonna move on. Mr. Yajirobe. Why is he on this list? He just has this. That's it. That's the only reason why he's here, chat. I'm not gonna talk about his support. I'm not gonna talk about any of this crap. I don't care. Survives KO attacks once per turn. So in theory, if the boss does not super twice, you can't kill Yajirobe. And to put a little sauce on the end, he recovers 10 HP at the end of the turn. You cannot kill him, and he recovers HP. You're welcome. Next up, Gotenks, Majin Buu, Buu-Tanks. He virtually does have a little bit of a kit that makes him unkillable. Virtually, like he recovers 20 HP at the start of turn, so he's bringing that utility to the team. He gets 200% defense. He has a great chance to activate his guard against all attacks. He has a 30% chance to dodge, and then he also gets an additional defense plus 50%, and he activates guard against all attacks for 1 turn. When he appears and HP is 90% or lower at the start of turn, then he gets an additional dodge chance plus 20% and survives an attack that would KO you once only when receiving an attack at 80% or lower HP. Virtually, you can't kill him. Then he recovers 12% HP at the end of the turn if HP is 50% or lower. And then, you know, he absorbs Gohan, and then now we're just talking, he just stacks. He seals and he stacks. If the boss can't super, they can't kill you. Keep that in mind. If the boss cannot super you, He cannot kill you. So what does not kill you makes you stronger. That is not just a catchy, cheesy little phrase, because I mean, you guys know how broken Buhan is, right? You guys know. Look at this. 250% defense. He guards all attacks no matter what slot he's in. He has a 50% chance to dodge all attacks. He has a 50% defense increase, and he nullifies actions. He gets another 100 plus defense to him, 100%. He's just so nutty, bruh. He's so nutty. Like, this is crazy that they actually made Butank's Buhan overall better than the STR Vegito. By the way, that STR Vegito is probably unkillable, but guess what? You have to get there, and you can die before you get there. So they can't make this list for that reason. But this guy, especially on Majin Power, ooh, chef kiss Omatsu. Now, yeah, I mean, do we have to talk about it? Do we have to talk about the GOAT? Do we have to? Like, it was crazy that Vegeta at one point, like when the Easy A's hit, Vegeta was better, but then over time, everybody was like, nah, it's still AGL UI Goku. It's still him. You wanna know why? This bastard stacks dodge, bro. What character in the game stacks dodge? Nobody, to my knowledge, but him. He stacks dodge. I'm not gonna read anything on here, chat. You know what the fuck he's doing. You know, respect the GOAT. And guess what? If you add Tech UI Goku, which I did have him on the list, but I take him off because he can get caught in his base form, so he's technically not unkillable. But what makes UI Goku unkillable is that you can't hit him. Like, once you get the first dodge off, which I'm mad I'm about to read this, but right here, when he like loads up to the field, you can't kill him. He has one turn ultimate dodge, and then guess what? If you just line him up with Tech UI Goku, Goku pops that domain and gives him more dodge, which is like 112%, by the way, because every time he dodges, he stacks. I did the math on stream. It's 112% dodge when Tech UI Goku is with him, because AGL UI Goku does all those sevens, and then I think Tech UI Goku gives 10%. Open you up. Isn't like 10% extra on his domain? Wait, does his domain show on here? Or do I have to go back to? Yeah, okay, hold on. I have to go back. Let's dial it back to you. These ads, bro. Awakens, strengthens characters. Okay, where is his domain? Shenanigans. Oh my gosh, this is such a pain in the butt to read domains. All right, this is the effect. Everybody gets buffed, disables enemy evasion canceling effects, and attack plus 15% for all allies who belong to the Realm of Gods category. Okay, so what I'm looking for is probably in. Okay, so it's definitely in. Okay, I remember. It's in his kit. No, he himself must do it. Here it is. He himself does it. That's it. He evades all enemies' attacks, then all allies chance to evade enemies' attacks, plus 10% for one turn when he hits the field, which makes AGL UI Goku unkillable throughout the entire fight. Next up, go back. You know what time it is, chat. You know what it is and what it do. You know, Beast Gohan has been the GOAT all year long, chat. You know, he is unkillable. Now, when I say this, in Goku and Frieza fight, yes, he does take 400k if you're not careful with stacking this defense, which is right there. He can get caught, yes, for 400k, but guess what? He himself still does not die. He himself does not die. Now, if anybody else on your team dies after he takes the 400, like again, he absorbs the super attack for 400k. All the other units that have came out that tank this better than him, absolutely, they do. That is a fact. But guess what, chat? He still makes a list because you cannot kill him. So you guys know what, beast. Hate him all you want. All of you crazy negative nasties. I've seen you on Twitter. I seen you under them YouTube comments. Y'all still don't want to admit that Beast is still top 3. He is. You can't. Beast is Beast all the time. I don't know how more simplistic it is to just say that, but he is him all the time. Now I'm gonna move this character up. Let's talk about TUR baby Beast, but this is like Beerus is like actually Beast Gohan. Like it's actually crazy. They gave us 2 characters in Dokkan that virtually do the exact same thing. Beerus is nutty. Like, we have never seen a character before this, and I hope we see one after this, but let's just say we probably won't see one after this. Now, I don't understand why the truth kept begging the question, why did they make him so good? Truth, this is what we want, bro. This is what we want. We want characters like, when you super easy a character, motherfucker, this is what I want. I want total, you can't touch me domination. This is what I want. This is what I expect out of every super easy A that comes. This is what I expect. This is the standard. If you don't come close to this, you're trash. I'm sorry. Now I'm saying that, but I don't really mean it, but I'm just saying it. Like, not all characters are gonna have this. It's impossible. But this is the first time I think Beerus actually feels like a god of destruction. This is the first time any of them, even his physical Dokkan Fest, like, you can die with him. His easy A didn't help, but this guy, oh my, you wanna know what makes this guy even more broken, bro? His rage. Like, do they have his rage mechanic on here? Okay, hold on, let me find the rage mechanic. All right, so when he goes into rage mode, he has 3 super attacks, 3 of them. And I'm mad that it doesn't say which key threshold you need to hit to get these, but passive key +1, attack plus 400%, plus an additional attack plus 50% per key sphere obtained. Launch an additional attack that has a great chance of becoming a super attack, right? So think about this just like you would think about if it was Orange Piccolo. Like, it's very similar to what Orange Piccolo does. But you have the Power Flick, which Gogeta blocks, by the way. Then you have Cataclysmic Orb, which greatly raises attack for 1 turn. And then he also has God of Destruction Edict. And then he basically causes immense damage and he stuns the enemy 100%. And then he goes back to being Beast Gohan again. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like he's the best TUR in the game by far. It's not even close. But he's up there with, like, if you do like a tier list with all of the, like, the top 10 units in Dokkan, you remove all the bull crap of LRs and TURs and all this shenanigans, he's probably top 5. Like, I'm bringing Beerus regardless. I don't want to hear any dumb shenanigans about how he kind of messes up team flows. I don't care. Any team he's on, he's coming. Worthy rivals, must. Space Traveling Warriors with Bojack, absolutely. Battle of Fate, yup. Planetary Destruction, yup. Bond and Master Disciple, absolutely. Movie bosses is like the only question mark. because of Tech Broly, who was at the beginning of this, Ant Broly. Then you have Janemba, then you have Turles. Movie bosses is in the best situation it has ever been in, and I'm so surprised no one has been hyping up movie bosses. Are y'all gonna leave this up to me? I got another top 10 teams video in my back pocket of my sleeve. I just did the top 10 worst teams of Dokkan. I could do a top 10 best teams of Dokkan. Y'all let me know down in the comments. Do you want it? Yes or no? Siblings bond, absolutely. Exploding rage, duh. The team sucks. Legendary existence, So now let's get to my honorable mention. Honorable mention: Fusion Zamasu. And if you run him very smartly, how he's supposed to be ran, he also cannot die. And guess what, chat? He's going to be one of the best aging units in Dokkan. You remember how long Tech Gohan was around? Yeah, Tech Broly and Tech Fusion Zamasu are going to have that same effect. You want to know why? Because he is the only character in this game that has a transformation domain where he is unkillable at all times. Now, the only character that's close enough to him is that Tech UI mastered Goku. He's the only one that's close, but that's for one turn that he's virtually unkillable, because when he comes out, like when you bring that Goku out, he transforms. That's supposed to be a win button, but you know you won't always kill the character, especially if they have a damage threshold. But over here, nullifies all attacks. I forgot how long. I think it's like 3 turns. Yeah, I think it's like a 3-turn thing. Hold on, let me go back to Fusion Zamasu real quick. Creates a domain, raises a stream class allies key by 3%, becomes omnipresent for 5 turns. Chat, come on. If you make it to right here, you should win. You should, but you can't kill him because he nullifies everything. Key +4, attack plus 300%. Changes AGL and STR key spheres to tech so he can heal. And worldwide chaos category allies defense plus 60% with 4 more tech key spheres obtained. Absurd. Like, mark my words, he's gonna be the best. I still use him. I don't care. If I need extreme class units to knock out something, I'm bringing him. His leader skill is too good. All of this, he's just too good.